Hi everyone, I'm Speedy Bevins, and we're glad you could join us today on WVOW Radio and WVOWradio.com to revisit one of the most special weekends in the history of Logan Wildcat basketball. It's the 1978 state tournament, and Logan is set to open play against the team they defeated in that memorable 1977 shootout, Clarksburg, Washington, Irving. With us today to recall that game are legendary Wildcat coach Willie Akers, along with Mike Stone, the captain of the 1978 team, a first-team All-Stater, and an All-Tournament selection as well. Now, Willie and Mike, the one thing that I remember to start off with is this was a special session. You know, the state tournament was always at least 2 games. But because there was so much anticipation, they decided to move the start time to like 4 or 5 o'clock just to accommodate the crowd. Willie, when did you learn about this, and what was your reaction to it?
Well, I didn't learn till I guess it was a day or so before I found out about it. I thought the time would be later. Well, my reaction was good because that meant more Logan people could get in the ball game. And
the one story that I remember, everyone remembers Logan fan Bob C. Kelly. Bob C. Kelly tells the story that he got in there like 2 hours before they opened the gates with his wife and 2 young sons. And somebody from the Civic Center comes over and goes, "What are you doing here?" And Bob C. Kelly says, "I'm security from Logan. They've paid me to come over here and get things up for the Logan." Said, "Oh, you stay right there. You stay right there, sir." But the crowd, Mike, always at the old Civic Center was something that you and the team could feed off of.
Yes, and of course the following we had, I don't know that we ever went in a game when we didn't have the opposing fans outnumbered, so that was always a plus for us. And you know, our crowd really got into the games, and that was always a big boost.
Mike, what was it like playing as the defending state champs in 1978?
Well, one thing I can remember about that, we'd gotten beat by Huntington earlier in the year, and we stayed second in the polls up until the last game of the season, and Parkersburg had upset Clarksburg WI, and we moved into first place. So going into this game, it was a matchup of the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state. So, I'm sure a lot of people anticipated that, and it's just kind of nowadays with the pairings and that they use, that game would have never happened.
Willie, the 1977 state championship is a game that is still talked about and still numerous records set in that game. There was so much anticipation because people were expecting the same type of game here in the quarterfinal round in 1978. Take a moment, tell us what you remember about that 77 shootout, and what was it like to coach in that game?
The 77 shootout was just amazing. I'll never forget we scored 39 points in the first quarter. And
without a three-point basket.
Without a three-point basket. There are several things that you can look at in that whole ball game. Number one, there was a running score kept by Chuck Lannon, I think, and he would say a 15-footer, 18-footer, and so on. Someone went back and checked that out, and with his saying 18 feet or whatever, they figured the score would have been 139 for Logan and 118 for Clarksburg. That would have been the score of that game. But with that 39 points in the first quarter, I felt real comfortable. But when they came back and scored 39 in the second quarter, I didn't feel as comfortable. But we also scored 20-some in that quarter. And then, of course, the third quarter was kind of so-so. And then the last quarter, we just blew them out.
Mike, what was it like up and down the floor? Were you as a player aware in 77 of just what was happening on the scoreboard, or was most of your attention focused on your different offenses and defenses?
I really don't think that I realized what the score was or how many points we'd scored, or at the time anyway. I know they played man-to-man, and we were running a man-to-man offense, but really we didn't set up very often. It seemed like the missed shots, we got out and ran a lot of fast breaks in the first half. Vic had got hot and went on a streak when he hit several shots, and it was just up and down. And at the time, it didn't even dawn on us, I don't think, any of us, what the score was.
Well, what was it like to come back now in 1978? Here you are, the defending AAA state champs. But now, Willie, you start the 1978 season, and you don't have Vic Herbert. What kind of adjustment was it for you and your team?
Well, it was definitely an adjustment because of Vic's shooting ability. And to be honest with you, every time Vic shot the ball, I thought it was in the hole. That's how good a shooter he was. He really was a great shooter. Now, defensively, he had a few things that he needed to work on. But I was never one to worry about defense so much. I just liked to outscore the other team. I wanted to play good defense, and we did. But that coming back into that ball game, I had a great bunch of young men, and I knew they were good, and they were. And we didn't have to worry much about it. We just started out the season that had a great year.
Well, today's broadcast is made possible in part by Cliff's Logan County Coal. And Willie, before we get to the start of the game, the one thing that also you remember about the 1970s was that you had Island Creek Coal, you had Pittston, you had Amherst, and you just had coal companies that were so involved with what you were doing. And then, of course, as we moved into the 80s, all of that went away. But now, here we are, and you've got a community-focused group like Cliff's Logan County Coal back here in the community, and they're so important to everything good in Logan County.
You're exactly right. We need the coal companies, and these companies, like Cliff, pay the taxes that do things for people that they don't realize, like the ambulance service and the fire departments. And they're the major contributor to that. And we're real pleased that they're sponsoring this.
All right, let's go back to when the first game of Space Invaders appears in video arcades. At the box office, grease was the word. Gas was 63 cents a gallon. Eggs were 48 cents a dozen. And in Puerto Rico, Carl Walenda, the patriarch of the Walenda High Wire Act, falls to his death in a tragic accident. It's March 22nd, 1978, and let's go to the old Charleston Civic Center and the legendary voice of Jack Fleming.
Tony Blackman, reverse shot, and he hits it and scores. Beautiful play inside by Logan. And Blackman, their leading rebounder, comes under to score. Logan in white uniforms. Blackman intercepts the WI pass. Down the floor they come. Mike Stone, bounce pass. Blackman underneath, lays it up, no good. Rebound by Jeff Snyder. What a way to start this one out. On the right side now, they go with the ball. Let's check the Logan lineup. Here's a pass underneath, taken by Jim Randolph to lay it up. Randolph, a 6'4", 185-pound senior, ties it up. Mike Turner is 6'1", 142 and a junior. Rod Jemerson, 6 feet, 166 and a senior. Tony Blackman goes 6'3". Here's a traveling call on Blackman. Mike Stone is 6'2", and Scott Ellis 6'1". WI has the slight advantage in the front line of Snyder, Clevenger, and Randolph. WI with the ball in the front court to the left against the Logan zone. Feed down to the baseline. Jump shot taken. Snyder hits it. Angle left that time at about 20-foot range. Snyder gives them a 4-2 lead. Logan driving, running, inside. The ball knocked away from Mike Turner, out of bounds. Given up to Logan. Logan wearing the white uniform. Inbounds play. Scott Ellis drives. Baseline layup, no good. Rebound in the lane. Turn around. Hook shot up there, no good. Tried by Rod Jemerson. Rebound by Stan Clevenger. Here comes WI on the attack. Snyder, right side of the key. Off-balance jump shot. Banks it in. Wowee. Off-balance jump shot by Snyder. Banked it in, and he was fouled on the play. Foul on Scott Ellis. Snyder's fingers go up. I think our voice is going out right at the start of this thing. Fingers go up, number 1 sign. Here's his free throw, and it's good. 7-2. Down comes Logan. Mike Turner, baseline, back outside to Ellis. Ellis cutting the foul line, feed down to the baseline. Jemerson scores. 7-4. WI on the attack, right to left. Snyder with the ball, their leading scorer. A record breaker, the son of their coach, Bob Snyder. Ball outside. They work it around. Parks rush. Then a long shot tried by Kevin Corsini. No good. And the rebound pulled down. Tony Blackman, Logan. Here comes their break. Down the floor to Ellis. Ellis drives the lane. One hands it up. Good. 7-6. WI's lead cut to 1 point. And the Hilltoppers back in the front court. Kevin Corsini handles the ball. Cuts. Driving the baseline. And a foul call. Rod Jemerson commits the foul. Jemerson commits the foul. Common foul. WI will inbound the ball under its own basket. Into Snyder, turnaround shot on the right side. No good, he was fouled. Foul was on Tony Blackman, his first. Snyder will go to the line. He's already converted a three-point play on an off-balance shot. Over the season, young man shot 78.4% at the foul line. Free throw is good. At the line to the left, he's got another one. Tall, slender, good again. 9-6 WI. Pressure, WI. Ball stolen, Snyder. Pressure been applied by Park Rush. Feed goes underneath Christini. Lays it up, no good at the rebound. Logan. Here comes Logan. Stone driving. Foul in the backcourt against WI. Park Thrush. Rush committed the foul in the backcourt as they got their break rolling. 5:11 to play in the first quarter at the Civic Center in Charleston. WI using a 2-3 zone. Schneider in that back line along with Randolph and Clevenger. Bounce pass right side Logan. Down to the baseline. Jemerson cuts under, lays it up good. Jemerson hit inside. Basket good. And he was fouled. Rod Jemerson has the three-point chance. Jim Randolph commits the foul. Jemerson hits the free throw, the three-point play. And right away, got a tie ball game again. 9-9. Logan overplays, breaks it up. Here comes Logan. Stone through the lane, inside. Lays up the shot. No good. Went through, but it's overruled. Foul called before the shot. Mark Thrush committed the foul. Rod Odell, you've seen them before against Beckley. How would you say Logan is opening up here?
Well, Jack, they look just a little bit shaky as compared to what they looked when they played the Flying Eagles. Not quite as smooth as they were that night.
Both teams undoubtedly a little tight. Here's Logan working it inside to Tony Blackman. And Blackman lays it up, and Logan gets a lead. Second lead in the ball game for the Wildcats. They led 2-0. WI on the attack. Sam Lockett to the left side. Back out to Kevin Corsini. Down to the right side. Ball controlled by Clevenger. Against the Logan zone now. They work very carefully, patiently. Move the ball outside left to Lockett. Logan is on top, 11-9. Wildcats had the lead, 2-0. Long with Schneider, top of the key. Off the mark. Rebound, tapped out of bounds by Sam Lockett. So Washington Irving would like to have a timeout. The timeout on the floor, the score. Logan, 11. WI, 9.
It's been said that for every 10 coal miners in this country, there are perhaps 8 employees in mine-related businesses. Logan Hydraulics in Cherry Tree is one of those companies, serving the mining industry with the repair and maintenance of mining equipment. Though still considered a small business by many standards, Logan Hydraulics has grown and expanded since they began operations in 1962. Starting as a 3-man operation in a small rented building, Logan Hydraulics now operates in their own modern, spacious, air-conditioned plant that covers 11,600 square feet and employs over 60 men and women, contributing to the growth of Logan County. George Albright and Claude Tiller, co-owners of Logan Hydraulics, attribute their growth and success to their dedication to prompt, efficient service. On call round the clock for repair and maintenance of mining equipment. Service built their business and made it grow. That's the way it was many years ago, and that's the way it is today. Logan Hydraulics in Cherry Tree proudly serves the mining industry in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Virginia.
Logan drew first blood, leading 2-0. WI bounced back into a 7-2 lead. The Wildcats cut it to 9-6, then scored the next 5 unanswered and went ahead 11-9. And WI now on defense. Logan with the ball. Scott Ellis, left side to Jemerson. Back over to Ellis. Ellis cutting into the key. 15-foot jumper, no good underneath. Rebound, up and in. Scored by Rod Jemerson. 13-9 in favor of Logan. Jeff Schneider with the ball. Schneider, a record breaker. No question about it whatsoever. Back outside with the ball to Sam Lockett. WI working around a 2-3 zone. Out front, they've got Mike Stone, Scott Ellis. Stone is the son of assistant coach Jack Stone of the Wildcats. Here's Schneider. Ball knocked away from him. Great defensive play by Mike Turner. Down they come on the left side. Stone with the ball to the baseline. Comes under. Lays it up. No good. He was fouled. Great play by Mike Turner. Took the ball away from Schneider. Down they came. The drive by Mike Stone. He was fouled. The shot did not drop. Foul charge to Sam Lockett, his first. Stone goes to the line. Shot is good. Stone with an open stance and a right-hand shot. Up, round the rim, not quite. Rebound, pulled down by Jim Randolph. WI, 14-9. Now Schneider with the ball outside. Schneider going right side, down to the baseline, covered, double team, back outside again to Lockett. Lockett drops it off. Schneider from the sideline. New on the rebound. Foul call on Stan Clevenger of Washington Irving. WI led 9-6. Logan has scored 8 points unanswered. Clevenger coming out of the ball game for Washington Irving in the first substitution. And we're going to the other end of the floor, and Logan's Mike Turner will go to the line. Slightly open stance on a 1-and-1. Puts it up. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken by Tony Blackman. Turnaround jumper, misses. Rebound, WI, Park Thrush. Here come the Toppers. Down the floor to Schneider. Across the way, right side. Top of the key. Schneider whips it right to Corsini. Back to Schneider. And as he drives, he is fouled. Foul charge to Rod Jemerson. That will be his second. Washington Irving not ready to shoot the bonus yet. In the dark blue uniforms, the Hilltoppers inbound it. They go right side to Schneider in underneath. Open man. Lay it up in there by Jim Randolph. Good. He was fouled. Schneider hit his man down in the hole, and Randolph responded with a bucket. On that hoop, WI scores. Hilltoppers had gone almost 4 minutes, about 3.5 minutes without scoring. Foul against Logan. Sends Randolph to the line, and he hits the free throw. 3-point play. 14-12. Pressure now at half court. WI against Logan. Ellis in the front court for the Wildcats. Gives it outside to Stone. Stone goes left side to Jemerson. Let's see what the WI defense is doing. Moving out just a little bit. Double team on the far side on Jemerson and shot. No good. Rebound. Sam Lockett, Washington Irving. Outlet to Schneider. Down they come. Schneider, top of the key. And here's a pass or a traveling call. Ball goes back to Logan. 14-12 in favor of the Wildcats. They wear the white home uniform. Into the right corner to Mike Stone. Stone puts it on the floor, looks for the open man underneath. Can't find him. Back out again to Ellis. Over to Stone. Double team. Stone jump shot, no good. Rebound for Cinney, WI. Racing on the dribble into the front court. Holds up outside, and they set up against the zone. Ball comes to Schneider, top of the key. Around to the left side. Park Thrush. Off to Schneider. Long one. Schneider, 20-footer, no good at the rebound. Taken by Logan. Rod Jemerson. Down the floor to Stone. Feeding it in underneath. Score made by Mike Turner. 16-12. Turner on the break. Scoring for Willie Akers, Logan Club. The defending champions. Schneider, top of the key. Feeding it down the lane. Off the fingertips of Corsini. Picked up by Thrush. And Thrush has it knocked away. Out of bounds to WI. Logan leading by 4. Hilltoppers will inbound. Corsini into the right corner to Schneider. Schneider fires. No good. Rebound. Mike Turner. Down the floor to Ellis. Ellis to the right side to Stone. Stone into the key. Gets a shot away. Blocked. And the foul call. Foul is on Kevin Corsini. Mike Stone will go to the line. Stone averaging 18 points a game in tournament play in 4 tournament games. 1 for 2 at the line in this ball game. He shoots good. Stone shooting 78% at the foul line in tournament competition. 17-12 is the score. Van Clevenger coming back in. Sam Lockett going out. Free throw by Stone is no good. Rebound. Blackman. Jump shot. 12-footer no good. Underneath. Follow up. Up and in. Mike Turner. 19-12. WI in the front court. On the right side. The feed into Schneider. Turn around. 12-footer. Misses. Rebound. Follow up. Made good by Jim Randolph. 19-14. Here they come down the near side. Turner driving down to the baseline. Bounce pass hit underneath. And a kick, and the ball is out of bounds. Logan the inbounded at its own end line. Stone will trigger the ball in. Into the right corner, back out quarter court to Ellis. Back into the corner to Stone. Shot short. Take it out of the air by Schneider. Down the floor, pass to Thrush. Thrush driving, going to the basket, lays it up good. 19-16. Back comes Stone. Stone, a bouncer stolen by Park Thrush. Double team. Feeds it for Corsini. Corsini drives, lays it up. Good. Basket good. Foul on the play. Kevin Corsini got the basket and the charging call, and will go to the other end where Mike Stone will go to the line. 19-18. WI has cut it back to 1. Stone at the line on the 1-and-1. In the circle to the right. Mike Stone. Up. Good. Stone now has made 3 out of 5 free throws. 20-8. Schneider comes left. Uses a pick by Corsini. Feeds down to the baseline. Back to Schneider on the left side. Schneider lost the ball. Schneider was watching the clock. Lost control of the ball, and it went out of bounds. 21-18. 4 seconds. Logan inbounds. Here comes Turner into the front court. Long one by Ellis. Not quite at the buzzer. Ellis takes the long shot. And we're at the end of the first quarter of the ball game. And the score is Logan 21, WI 18.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same could be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days, as no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. Now, let's go back to the game.
Well, the Logan Wildcats have raced to a 21-18 first quarter lead. Hardly seems possible. Logan coach Willie Akers is in his 17th year of coaching. This is the 8th time he's been in the tournament. He's won 2 titles. And they're ready to go again. WI to the left, Logan to the right. Tony Blackman against Jim Randolph, and the jump ball tapped around, taken by Mike Stone of Logan. Down on the left side, driving, cutting, Ellis banks it good. Ellis on a running jumper left of the key, 23-18. WI back on the attack with the ball outside. Kevin Corsini against the 2-3 zone. Pass over to the right side. Park thrust, 17-foot shot, no good. Rebound, Stone to Ellis on the break. 4-on-2. Ellis for the basket. In and out. Rebound. Follow up. Good. Rod Jemerson. 25-18. WI wants timeout. So they have a timeout of the ball game with the score. Logan 25. Washington Irving 18.
Sunday, any day or any night. Anytime the right time and Cavaliers the fight that's right. Army, Prada, that's the name you've come to know. Cavalier breakfast and for families on the road.
Nothing will please your family and guests more than when you serve everyone's favorite, a honey-cured, hickory-smoked Cavalier ham. Cavalier hams are flavored to perfection with just the right taste. Whether you're a gourmet cook or a beginner, you can't miss when you serve a Cavalier ham. Whether it's a special occasion or tonight's dinner, any meal is a success when you start with a honey-cured, hickory-smoked Cavalier ham. Cavalier hams, great with eggs for breakfast and sandwiches for lunch or on a platter for a super evening meal. Cavalier hams.
Cavalier Army, put up.
Backed by the SS Logan Packing Company.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same could be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days, as no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. Now, let's go back to the game.
Along with Rod O'Dell and Fred Persinger at the Charleston Civic Center, I'm Jack Fleming. Rematch, Logan, WI. They met for the title last year. 8 records were broken in that ball game. Most points, one game by Logan, 111. Most points, 2 teams, 198. They did it all that night. 25-18 now in favor of Logan. WI attacking. And here's a shot Stan Clevenger tried to get away a running one-hander, and that's exactly what he did. He ran. Steps called on him. Clevenger with Randolph and Schneider up front, and Schneider with 7 early points went cold on his shooting. Had only 2 field goals. Mike Stone from the left side missing. Rebound. Beautiful positioning by Rod Jemerson to score the follow-up. 27-18. Biggest lead of the ball game, 9. Schneider back outside. When they go to Schneider with the ball, the Logan zone is aggressive. Here it is, switching, stealing the ball. Down they come. Mike Stone scores. Steal by Mike Turner. They got their break going, and Stone scored from the right wing. 29-18. Here's the Logan pressure again, and a foul call down in the hole. Foul charge to Rod Jemerson. That'll be his 3rd. Willie Akers switching his defenses, applying the pressure to WI, and getting the big steal. Kevin Bates coming into the ballgame for Logan, a 5'9", 152-pound senior. All right, at the line, Jim Randolph had a 3-pointer earlier, 7 points in the ballgame. He hits. Kevin Bates sat out last year. He was injured, a gunshot wound, an accident, and he's back this year, a senior. Free throw tried, no good. Randolph misses. 29-19 in favor of Logan. Here comes the Wildcat break into the front court to the left corner to Stone. Against the 2-3 zone, he's back outside to Bates. Bates on the point. Bouncer, left wing, Ellis. Ellis drives into the lane, one hands it up, not quite. Rebound, scramble, taken by Park Thrush. Went out of bounds, last touching by Logan. Logan in the white uniform. And here comes WI in that dark blue outfit. White numerals, gold trim. To the high post now, they go to Stan Clevenger. Feeding it to Schneider, turnaround shot, right of the lane, he misses a close one. Rebound, Tony Blackman, Logan. Here they come, Ellis in the front court, Logan down to 4, Turner scores! Absolutely take your voice away from you. Turner on the break, 31-19. Schneider from the right sideline, no good. Rebound, Logan, Scott Ellis. Down the floor, Bates. Bates feeds the ball, and we have a foul. Blackman took the pass and charged. Number 2 on Tony Blackman. Willie Akers has said once he goes by his first 6 men, he has some problems on his bench. Doesn't have the depth he'd like to have. Park Thrush for WI. Angle left, hits an 18-footer. Good. 31-21. That game was 5:27 to play in the first half. Mike Turner with the ball. Outside to Bates. Bates into the key. Covered. Bouncer over to Stone. Stone gets the 18-foot shot away. Good. Mike Stone hit the rim. It went up against the board and fell back through. WI carefully into the front court. Thrush outside to Corsini. Corsini feeding the open man underneath. Back row play. Randolph scores. WI 33-23. Here comes Logan. Bounce pass down to the hole. Intercepted by Randolph. Out to Schneider. Schneider with the right hand brings it down the right side. Fires. 12-footer. Banks it. No good. Rebound. Tony Blackman. Logan. Outlet comes to Ellis. Ellis into the attack zone. Goes into the key. Into the lane. Jumper is good. Scott Ellis. 35-23. WI wants a timeout. We have a timeout of the ball game. And the score, Logan 35, Washington Irving 23.
Someone's playing a guitar on the rooftop. Beneath me there's a sea of city lights. The moon is riding high, and I'm digging the so familiar skyline. Glad that I'm a city boy tonight. The heartbeat of the street begins to slow down, and being up here with you, girl, out of sight. The city sounds are humming, and Coquette's wife to a guitar strumming. The Coquette's wife and everybody wants a little light. And I'm glad to be a city boy tonight. Everybody wants a little light. Oh, I'm glad to be a city boy tonight.
4:35 to play in the first half here at the Civic Center in Charleston, the opener of the 65th annual West Virginia State High School Basketball Tournament. Washington Irving and Logan, each team 22-1. And the Logan Wildcats leading by 12. WI with the ball. Kevin Corsini, the playmaker, comes into the front court. Corsini, top of the key, jump shot, no good. Rebound, pulled down by Mike Turner. Down the floor, they come to Scott Ellis. Ellis into the key. 16-foot jumper, good. Scott Ellis, 37-23. And the Logan club heated up rather quickly in this first half. Logan in a 2-3 zone and doing some tricks down inside. Here's WI getting the ball inside on a feed from Schneider. Down in the hole to the big man Randolph, and a foul called on Mike Stone of Logan. Randolph at the line to the left on the 1-and-1. 2 out of 3 at the line, 6'4", 185-pound senior. Short side of the rim, no good. Schneider follows it up in the lane. Randolph misses the free throw, and Schneider cuts into the lane to follow it up, 37-25. Logan in the front court. Mike Stone with the ball. Pass comes outside to Scott Ellis, back toward the corner to Stone. Takes his man Schneider from that zone. Needs help. Moves it off to Ellis. Ellis down into the corner to dribble. Into Stone down the lane. Lays it up inside. Good. Mike Stone. 39-25. And Stone, a deceptive player at 6'2". Beautiful move to the basket. WI with a ball. Shot by Park Thrush. Blocked. Ball down to Blackman. Long pass down the floor to Stone. Stone saves it at the end line, but it goes out of bounds. Stone had to race to the end line to get that long pass. Dive for the ball, throw it behind him. He got it, but it went out of bounds on the sideline. Here comes WI, right to left. Now they bring Clevenger to the high post. Schneider takes the ball, cuts down the right side of the lane, fires a shot, no good, follows it up, no good. Rebound fight, ball taken by Stone with Logan. Down to Ellis. Ellis feeds Blackman. Blackman drives, misses the inside shot. Fight for the rebound. Down on the floor. Jump ball. Jim Randolph of WI. Mike Turner of Logan. 39-25. Logan leading by 14 points. All right, here's the jump taken by WI off the hand of Randolph. They give the ball to Schneider, and Schneider is in the attack area. Pass down to the hole. Knocked down. Saved by Corsini. Goes to the basket. Lays it up on a scoop shot. Ball was loose, and Corsini saved it. Got the scoop shot inside, 39-27. Kevin Bates for Logan. Right side quarter court to Turner. Against the zone. Back outside again to Bates. Bates driving between the rings on the dribble. The pass goes to the corner. Back to Bates on the point. Bouncer left wing, Ellis. Ellis drives the baseline, scores. Scott Ellis, Logan. 41-27. Here comes Washington Irving. In the front court to Schneider out high. Schneider drives left. They're right with him. Off balance shot. Banks it good. Schneider about 15 feet off on the left side. Off balance. Hitting that bank shot. 41-29. Logan back in the front court. Pass goes to the left corner. Stone shoots. In and out. Hard luck shot. Rebound Clevenger. WI. Outlet to half court. Comes to Schneider. Schneider rambling down the right side. He's got Scott Ellis right with him. Here's Schneider hitting a shot. Fouled by Ellis. When Schneider does it, it's the impossible play. And that was an impossible shot. And he hit it. And he was fouled on the play. 41-31. Schneider was hot early. Led them into the lead. Schneider went cold. And now Schneider warms up again. At the line, he hits. 3-point play. Jeff Schneider. 41-32. Minute 55 to go. Logan left to right. Bates in the front court. Bates top of the key. Pass left to Stone. Stone travels. Hilltoppers have the ball back. Trailing now by 9 points. The Big Ten Conference champions on the attack. Kevin Corsini into the front court. Pass goes right down to Schneider. His shot partially blocked. Taken out of the air by Tony Blackman. And on the attack down the floor, a foul called on Corsini. That'll be his third. Kevin Corsini in some foul trouble. Park Thrush is 5'11", 155-pound running mate in the backcourt. Outstanding young player, and he could be the quickest player on the WI team. At the line, free throw. Missed by Kevin Bates. WI has the rebound with a minute 35 to go in the first half. Here's WI. Corsini down the lane. Great play. 41-34. WI has now scored 7 unanswered points. We're going to pause for station identification on the state tournament basketball. Logan goes to the left corner to Scott Ellis. He fires and hits. WI with a long pass down the floor to Randolph, and Randolph scores inside. 43-36. 50 seconds. Blackman inside. Blackman takes his man and lays it up good. Tony Blackman. 45-36 in favor of Logan. 37 seconds. WI wants the last shot. Schneider directing the attack. These two ball clubs have scored 81 points between them in the first half of this game. Now WI moving with the ball. And Coach Snyder, 18-footer for the circle, no good. Rebound Logan. Down the floor to Bates. Bates one-on-one with Snyder. Bounces to the left side. Stolen by Snyder. Outlet up to half court to Corsini. Corsini comes under, lays it up. No good. It was foul. Foul on Mike Turner of Logan. Kevin Corsini will go to the line. Jim Randolph, 2 for 4 at the line, has 12 points. Corsini getting his first trip to the line. He has 6 points. Clevenger coming out. Sam Lockett coming back in. Lockett, the 5'10 junior. Corsini, no good. 6 seconds remaining. Kevin Corsini at the line to the left. Up, misses. Rebound, Tony Blackman. Here comes Logan. Longwood down the floor to Stone. Stone drives, lays it up. Good. Mike Stone driving on a fast break just ahead of the buzzer. Take the shot in before the buzzer. There's the end of the first half. The score, Logan 47, Washington Irving 36.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same could be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days. And no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. So now it is halftime of the quarterfinals of the 1978 AAA state tournament. Logan leading Clarksburg, Washington Irving. Let's go for just a couple of minutes and talk about Washington Irving. First off, Willie, you and Bob Schneider, the coach of WI, his son, of course, was the star player, but you and Bob Schneider had a little relationship back in West Virginia in the 50s. Talk about that.
Bob was on the freshman team when I was a senior at Morgantown, and he was a good player and an excellent player. And I can't really remember what happened, but I don't think he finished it.
I think he went to Salem.
Went to Salem or dropped out after that. And so I knew Bob, and he was friends of several of the players on the team, that Bob Clausen and Jim Warren. They're from the same area, and so we did have some knowledge of what he played in high school and all that.
What type of offense did he run?
They liked to run and shoot, and I think they used mostly a man-to-man, and they pick you up full court sometime, and of course it was kind of difficult to pick us up full court because we were very quick, and so it's just one of those things. And coaching is one thing, but the horses you have is the other thing. If you don't have the horses, you don't win. You can be the greatest coach in the world, and still you might make a good ball game out of it. But you've got to have those horses to run up and down that floor like we did in order to win.
It ain't X's and O's, it's Jimmy and Joe's. That's exactly it. Well, Mike Stone, what was it like to play against Jeff Schneider? He had the great game in the 77 state championship, ended up with a tremendous game in the 78 quarterfinals. What made it difficult for you to defend him?
Well, his height, first off, Jeff was probably 6'4", 6'5". Very good ball handler. Moved laterally well. You just tried to stay in front of him, but the thing about that, with his height, he could still shoot over you. So, Jeff was a complete player. As he went on to Virginia Tech and played. Fortunately for me, Mike Turner was the forward on my side on defense, and he was probably one of the best defenders I'd ever played against in college or anything. So, Mike was quick-handed and could get over there and cause a lot more problems.
You know, during this game, I keep hearing throughout the 78 state tournament, the announcers refer to Logan's Mike Turner. And it took me like 2 or 3 times before I realized, that's Cheese. You know, they called him Mike on the state tournament network, but he was always Cheese Turner to us. And a little story here, when Vic Herbert was coaching Logan in the late 80s and early 90s at the state tournament one year, Jeff Schneider was an assistant coach somewhere out west, and he shows up, and he was talking to Vic, and we had him on Wildcat Countdown, and he was a terrific guy. He really was, and talked fondly about that. Now, let's also talk about one other thing before we get back to the second half. And, Willie, that is Jack Fleming, who was calling this game. And when I brought you up to our studios a couple of weeks before we started taping this segment, put the CD in and let you hear a few moments of it, and the first thing you said was, that was Jack Fleming. Now, years after he no longer was the voice of the Mountaineers, years after his death, Jack Fleming is still a legend in this state. What was it like for you to go to Morgantown in 1956? What was he like then? Tell us about your relationship with him, Jerry West's relationship with Jack Fleming.
Well, Jack was the voice of the Mountaineers, and that's what they will always remember. He was fantastic. He not only did basketball, he did the football. He also went on to do the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he was just a great guy, a great voice, and a great person to be around. And there's not enough you can say about him. And just recently, if I can mention that, they just did a statue at the Alumni Center and honored his family. And the one thing about it, he carried a sign during the Pitt basketball game all around the stands, beat the hell out of Pitt, beat something else out of Pitt. But he was quite a character and lived a great life and died pretty young, what we normally nowadays.
Was he an icon figure already when you got to Morgantown in 1956? Well,
not really. We'd heard when I was in high school and grade school. I listened to him, and of course everybody knew Jack Fleming, and he was. But it didn't hit us till after you get out of college and listen to him a while longer that he was an icon then.
And of course, Mike Stone, your dad played at WVU in the mid-1950s, and during these broadcasts, we hear Jack Fleming refer to Jack Stone and his time spent in Morgantown playing football. What did your dad say about Jack Fleming?
Well, like Coach Ager said, Jack was an icon, I guess, in his state. I used to always enjoy when he would come down for the Mountaineer Caravan, and he would tell me stories about when my dad played and, relive some of the old games and things, and also tell me some things that my dad didn't tell me. So
any of those you want to share with us today?
No, better not.
I can't share those either.
Okay. All right. There must be some kind of sworn to secrecy code going on here.
Speedy, the one thing about Jack Fleming, he was for West Virginia University. The officials were wrong. Regardless if we lost, it was the officials' fault. I mean, he never backed off. And got on them. In fact, they had a lot of times they were about ready to call technicals on him. And he and Mickey Faferi both are sports writers, so they were true West Virginians, and we did no wrong.
Bob Weiser told the story that while Bob was still living in Pittsburgh, Fleming came back to Morgantown. And he was doing the Mountaineer games on radio, but as a full-time job, he was the sports director of a TV station in Pittsburgh. So here he was, a Pittsburgh sports figure because he was with the Steelers and the sports director for this television station. And people in Pittsburgh, in that day and age, the games were on an AM station out of Morgantown. And they really did not hear him do very many West Virginia games. Well, they heard him do the WVU Pitt football game. And he was exactly as you said, Willie. He was all about WVU and the evil Pitt Empire, and really caused Jack a lot of problems.
I'm sure it did.
Back in Pittsburgh, where he was working full time. All right, let's go back to the Charleston Civic Center. It's the second half about to begin. The 1978 state tournament quarterfinals between Logan, Clarksburg, Washington, Irving, and here again is Jack Fleming.
They got their break going. Logan pass down on the right side to Turner. Back outside to Mike Stone and out in the middle to Scott Ellis. Ellis passing to the right side to Turner. Turner driving for the key, 14-foot jumper, in and out. Rebound, Schneider, fine play. Schneider down the floor. Snyder, front court, deep left. Snyder with the ball. Snyder outside to Corsini. He traveled. Corsini took off. That's it. 59-46. WI with the momentum gave it up on a violation. Willie Akers in a brown suit, arms crossed, directing traffic, and Bob Snyder wearing a gold shirt and dark green blazer with his chin in his hand, watching intently as the shot is missed from the outside by Rod Jemerson. Rebound, WI, down the floor, ball to Snyder, and we have a collision.
You suppose, Jack, that Willie Akers is trying to start something like Adolph Rupp with the brown suit on here tonight?
I don't know, but his wife Linda pressed it for him this afternoon, had it all laid out, ready for the game. She said, I want you looking sharp. Snyder, baseline left, turnaround jumper, misses. Rebound, taken by Jemerson. Here they come on the break, like a herd of horses. Stone trying to get the ball underneath, deflected out of bounds, and given out to WI. Given out to Logan, I beg your pardon. The official signaled one way and then changed the direction. All right, inbounds on the left side to Ellis. That got around the horn to the right side to Stone. Stone deep to Turner. Now over to the left side to Ellis. Shoots. 18-footer, no good at the rebound. Parks Rush. Rush into the front court. 59-46. Cuts right of the key. Jump shot. High off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound. Taken by Rod Jemerson. Logan down the floor to Stone. Here they come. Stone grabbing. Shot blocked. Foul call. Shot no good. Stone coming under. Foul on the play by Stan Clevenger. You know that Bob Snyder does not chew during a game, but he likes to relax chewing a little tobacco. I was going to say nail pouch, but it might be another kind. Mike Stone hits the free throw. So as we talked to him up in his room today, he was relaxing with a little chew there, trying to keep an eye out the door on his kids. Mike Stone hits another one. Now Stone has made 8 out of 10 free throws. 61-46. Logan with a 15-point lead. Snyder from deep in the right corner, high off the rim. Rebound, track down, Mike Turner Logan. Pass to half court. Here they come. Ellis with the ball. Ellis outside of the right to Turner. Turner fires, no good. Rebound, Snyder. WI. Washington Irving, left to right. Driving an offense. Snyder down to the baseline. Double team. One hands it up. Misses. Rebound. Taken down by Mike Turner Logan. Outlet to half court to Stone. 4-on-2. Blackman scores. 63-46. Official calling time, directing his attention to something on the floor. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. I am notably impressed.
Let me tell you, Jack, now the Logan Wildcats are beginning to look more like the team that we saw earlier in the season. I told you they were a little ragged at the beginning, but they look like they've just about got it put together now.
They get the rebound, they get it out fast, they will push it into the front court, they will run with it, they'll have 4-on-2. All right, here comes WI to Snyder, 12-foot turnaround shot in front of the basket, no good. Ball, outlet, stolen by WI. Now a great play by Sam Lockett, and he cut it underneath to Jim Randolph to score, 63-48. The Toppers not out of it, but they've got some problems. Here they are blocking a shot, the ball comes outside, Christine takes it down to score, 63-50. Every time WI appears to be going under the water, the Hilltoppers just keep scrambling to come back. We have a timeout of the ball game. The score, Logan 63, WI 50.
They call me Happy Track, 'cause I'm walking happy, feeling high and stepping snappy, moving my feet to the beat of a brand new day. What do you say? Hey, Mr. Happy Track, jogging in the sunshine, feeling on the street, boys having a fun time, drinking a Coke, on Coke-Cat life to be so come along and make a happy track, living every day, getting more out, putting more in it, making the sunshine shine on the rain. Come on, make a happy track. Make yourself a new friend by the coast. Do that step again, forget life. And you need a little life to make a happy track. Forget life, make you glad and want to do a happy track. Make yourself a new friend by the coast. Do that step again, forget life. Everybody wants a little life. Forget life, everybody wants a little life.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same could be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days. And no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. Now, let's go back to the game.
Jack Fleming with Rod Odell and Fred Persinger at the Charleston Civic Center. The first game of the 1978 State High School Basketball Tournament. Rod, at 9 o'clock tonight in a separate session, you've got one that looks great. Stonewall Jackson and Wheeling Park.
Right, Jack, it should be another one of these run-and-gun ball games. Both coaches like to run with it. Both of them with excellent talent. It should be a fine ball game.
All right, Logan to inbound the ball. And WI goes to half-court man-for-man pressure. Stone on the dribble. Pass right side over to Ellis. Ellis back outside again as they go to Jemerson. Shot inside, no good. Tapped in. Mike Turner tapped it in. 65-50. Long one to Schneider. Look out. I'd say about 25 feet. Almost. Angle left. Schneider hits it 65-52. Minute 52 to play in the first half. Logan with the ball. Feed to Stone. Great move. Stone comes under, gets a shot away, was fouled. Stone made a move to get the ball against one man, wheeled into the lane, was confronted by another one. Kevin Corsini gets the foul. Mike Stone will be at the line. Made 8 out of 10. He's at the line to the left. And his daddy was a pretty fair football player, a running back at West Virginia a few years back. And he's the top man under Willie Akers on the Logan staff. Here's Mike Stone hitting 66-52. Among those people we've already seen here, former West Virginia assistant coach Bill Retcheye, now at SMU, stopped by to say hello. Stone missing the free throw. WI with the rebound. Schneider coming down, one man out, he shoots, hit, Ellis fouled. Schneider, 15-footer, angle right, fouled by Ellis. Honest to goodness, I think that's his best shot. An off-balance angle shot that he banks in.
The 3 men hanging on his arm. The 3 men hanging on his arm, Jack.
He has less trouble making that one than he does a shot where he has just the open, say, 10 or 12-footer. He is unbelievable. Here's the free throw, good. 66-55, still a ball game. WI will not fold. Logan's been out to as high as a 17-point lead. Logan with the ball. Long with Turner, hit. Right side, 68-55. Willie Akers has more guns than a Southern West Virginia mountain shootout. I'll tell you what, they get tired. Here's Snyder under pressure with a man right up on him. Long jumper, 68-57. Down comes Logan. Jump shot, baseline right. Turner, no good. Rebound, Jim Randolph. WI. Atlas comes to Lockett. Sam into the front court to Snyder. Shoots, top of the key. Rim, no good. Follow up, Corsini in there. 68-59. WI cuts it to 9. 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Logan's pass too high. Lars Jemerson trying to get the ball to Blackman. Overthrew him out of bounds. WI will wait for the last shot with a chance to cut it to 7. Schneider walks it into the front court. Pass goes left to Corsini. Against the 2-3 Logan zone, the clock down to 20 seconds. Jeff Schneider and Corsini handle the ball. 13 seconds. Now they come out to Thrush. Back over to Schneider. He's one-on-one with Stone. Flips the ball in. Pass intercepted. Tony Blackman. Down they come. Here's Bates feeding the ball. Stone has it. Lays it up. No good. In and out. We're at the end of the third quarter. The score, 68-59 in favor of Logan. We'll return after these messages from Coal Systems Corporation and the U.S. Army.
Coal Systems Corporation of Beckley. Completely manufactures small coal preparation plants for the smaller coal mine operators. Completely designing and building the structure from the ground up. Coal Systems Corporation. Custom designed to fit your mining needs. For information, call 253-2811 or write Box 931, Beckley 25801. Coal Systems Corporation of Beckley. Because coal is important to America.
Now you can enlist in the Army and take up to 12 whole months to ride great waves. Listen to your Led Zeppelin collection. Watch your hair grow. Generally kick back one more time. It's called the Delayed Entry Program. If you're graduating from high school this year and wondering what you'll be doing next fall, it could be right for you. Check it out. Join the people who've joined the Army.
Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Back at Charleston, we pause now for station identification on the State High School Basketball Tournament Network. Logan ahead by 9. Randolph and Blackman jumping to start the fourth and final quarter. Blackman taps it. Stone has it. Down comes Mike Stone, right of the key. 15-foot jumper, back of the rim, no good. Snyder with the rebound, WI. Here comes Snyder down the floor. Into the front court. Snyder heavily covered outside against the zone. Over to the right side. Back to Snyder. One-hander up. In and out on him. From 10 feet. Was in there. Came out. Blackman with a rebound. Down the floor to Stone. Stone in the key. They swarm over him. Over to Bates. Bates coming back outside on the dribble. Brings it between the rings. Bouncer goes left side and driving the baseline inside. Jemerson misses. Rebound. WI. Park Thrush. Down the floor to Snyder. Snyder had 14 in the first half, 13 points in the third quarter. He has 27 in the ball game. They want to get the ball to him. They do. He feeds it down in underneath. Randolph tries the shot. Blocked by Blackman. Here they come. Stone has it knocked away. And he carried it. The ruling, Stone palmed the ball. A violation. WI is going now almost a minute. Well, most of the last minute of the third quarter without scoring and the first minute of the fourth quarter. Here's Snyder from the right corner area. He changes it. He hits it. 68, 61, 6:54 to go. Bates in the front court. Bates back over to Blackman. Blackman drives, lays it up. Great move. Tony Blackman. 70 to 61. Scott Ellis is on the bench with 4 personal fouls for Logan. Logan in the 2-3 zone. Corsini to the right side. The Thrush back out to Snyder. Snyder lobs it down it underneath. Gets it into the big man. He's knocked out. He goes down, loses the ball. Jemerson comes up down the floor to Bates. Bates to Blackman. Lays it up. Good. Logan comes right back. Snyder made a great play inside to Randolph, and his shot was blocked, and Logan came out with the ball and a lightning-like fast break. Wildcats up by 11, 72 to 61. Outside, Kevin Corsini handles the ball. Pass goes left to Snyder. Snyder has a pick step for him, can't use it. Needs help, drops it off to Corsini, weaving right. 5:55 to go. To the right side they come. Over to Sam Lockett. Back out again to Corsini. Down to Snyder. Snyder shoots. Right side, no good. Rebound tapped around, out of bounds to Logan. Now we're getting a timeout in the ball game. Score, Logan, 72. Washington Irving, 61.
I'd like to get to know ya, have a chance to show ya, round for just a while. Take you to the places, meet some brand new faces, share a Coke and make you smile. I couldn't help but notice, in my heart I noticed, could be something good. Can't we talk it over, lunch and Coca-Cola? I really kind of think we should. Go walking, talking, head through the night. The taste of Coke, Coke make it right. Coke has life, but when you see it down, it's really nice to get to know ya. Oh, a Coca-Cola, life is looking good. Coca-Cola, Coke has life, but when you see it down, it's really nice to get to know ya. Oh, a Coca-Cola.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same could be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days. And no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. Now, let's go back to the game.
Jack Fleming with Rod Odell, Ted Persinger at the Charleston Civic Center. WI coming back with Jeff Snyder, Kevin Corsini, Park Thrush, Jim Randolph, and Sam Lockett. Unless I am in error, each team has used only 6 men. Inbounds play to Kevin Bates. Bates into the front court for Logan. Wildcats leading by 11. Bounce pass right side to Stone. Threw it down in the hole. Taken down for a turnaround shot by Rod Jemerson. Good. 74-61. That's with 5:30 to go. And WI down by 13. Back in the front court. Pass goes right to Snyder. Snyder cross-court pass broken up by Turner. Turner down the floor to Stone. Let him too far. Snyder steals it. Moves it down the floor to Randolph. Randolph to Corsini. Corsini lays it up. No good, he was fouled. Fouling Mike Turner. Turner hustling to get in there. Now Kevin Corsini goes to the line. And Corsini is 0 for 4 at the line in this ball game. So he's in a tough situation. And Rod, you're looking for Logan at any moment to hold on to the ball, right?
They did it against the Beckley team earlier in the year, Jack. Did an excellent job with their guards weaving out front. And I think it'll happen.
Corsini has missed the first one. Kevin's got a second one coming. Line to the right. It is good. 74-62 in favor of Logan. The defending champions and the defending runners-up from last year's tournament meeting in the first round this year. All right, Logan with the ball. Rod Jemerson. Pass off to the right side to Turner. Turner feeds it into the key. Jemerson down the lane. Shot no good, and the rebound taken by Jim Randolph, WI. Outlet to Park Thrush. Thrush feeds Corsini. Inside shot misses. Down the floor, Bates with the ball. Collision at half court, and we get a foul call. Charging on Logan. Mike Stone, his second. WI down by 12 points, and we have 4:46 to go in the ball game. Corsini hits the high post Snyder. Snyder's shot is blocked with a foul on Mike Stone. Now that's what WI would like to do. Send Jeff Snyder to the line as much as possible. For one thing, he's a good foul shooter, and the second thing, you're not using up any time. Getting a timeout in the ball game here. Charleston with 4:40 to play the score. Logan 74, Washington Irving 62.
AG Food Stores have added another outlet to help make your grocery shopping more convenient. Welcome to Scotty's AG at Motoville. Save on these and other Easter specials at all 8 AG Food Stores. Cavalier, fully cooked whole or shank half smoked hams, $1.19 a pound. Hormel Cure 81 boneless hams, half or whole, $2.49 a pound. The 3-pound can of Crisco shortening, $1.49. Grade A medium eggs, 59 cents a dozen. The 8-count package of AG brown and served rolls, 3 for $1. The 32-ounce Miracle Whip salad dressing, 99 cents. And the 10 and 3/4-ounce cans of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, 5 for $1. Prepare your Easter menu and shop the AG Food Store nearest you. They're located in Logan, Aracoma, Omar, Yolen, Burdenville, Chapmanville, Huff Junction at Man, and the new AG store at Monaville. Happy Easter and happy food shopping from AG.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to get the attention of our stations in particular. They've just made an announcement that they have changed the time of the second game to 9:30. First game time was changed from 5 to 5:30, and now they've just announced they're changing the second game, so that will change our airtime to what? 9:20, right?
That's right, Jack, 9:20.
Jeff Snyder at the line for WI hits. I'll try to keep repeating that. Wheeling Park and Stonewall Jackson will play at 9:30 tonight. We'll be on the air at 9:20. Snyder again at the foul line. Good. 74-64. WI picks him up at the dressing room door. Here comes Jefferson with the ball into the front court. Pass outside of the right to Kevin Bates. Logan leading by 10. 4:28 to go. To Blackman. Now they're weaving. Ball out in the middle to Stone. Down to the right side to Bates. Bates works with it. Covered. They knock it away. Bates saves it. Now we have a whistle, and the foul will be called on Park Thrush. That will be his fourth. Logan will go to the line. Shooter will be Kevin Bates. Bates 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Kevin Bates at the line to the left. 1 plus 1. 74-64. Bates puts it up, and it's good. 75-64. You get to the point in the ballgame where you either make the fouls or you don't, and Kevin Bates makes two big ones. 76-64. WI hustles it, pushes it into the front court. Corsini, bounce pass, right corner to Lockett. Sam Lockett comes outside the Thrush. Now to Schneider, turnaround shot on the right side. No good. Rebound, Tony Blackman. Logan up the floor to Stone. Stone way down the floor to Jemerson. Overthrew Jemerson. He saved it, but it came back into WI. Schneider on the attack. Schneider going to the basket, lays it up. Running one-hander from the left side. 76-66. Got a couple steps in there. Mike Turner out in the middle to Jemerson. Ball stolen by Schneider. 2 men after him. Schneider brings it down. They make it away from him. Kevin Bates steals it for Logan. 3.5 minutes to go. Bates in the front court. Bates to Mike Stone. Outside of the right. Down the right sideline to Jemerson. 76-66. Back out again to Stone. Logan has the ball. Logan has a 10-point lead. Bates handles it outside. Over to Blackman. Blackman gives it deep outside to Stone. Round to Bates. Down to the baseline to Turner. Turner feeds it. Tended for Blackman. Intercepted by Jim Randolph. They got it. Down the floor to Lockett. Lockett feeds it underneath to Corsini. And his shot doesn't drop. He was fouled. Kevin Corsini, trying to fake Rod Jemerson, got the shot away. He was fouled by Jemerson. It did not drop. WI will take timeout. We have 2:54 to go. Timeout in the ballgame. And the score, Logan 76, WI 66.
Coal, our future comfort and convenience, may depend on it. The increased demand for coal production calls for maximum efficiency in the performance of equipment in the mining industry. That certainly depends on prompt, efficient maintenance so the coal can keep moving. Long before the energy crisis became a national concern, Logan Hydraulics in Cherry Tree was dedicated to the repair and maintenance of mining equipment. Logan Hydraulics has been on call around the clock since they began operations in 1962. George Albright and Claude Tiller, co-owners of Logan Hydraulics, kept up with the advances in modern mining equipment and expanded their operations so they could service that equipment promptly and efficiently. No job was too large or too small. Service built their business and made it grow from a 3-man operation in '62 to a company that now employs over 60 men and women, operating in their modern, spacious, air-conditioned plant that covers 11,600 square feet. Logan Hydraulics now serves the mining industry with repair and maintenance in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, and Virginia.
Back at the Charleston Civic Center, we would like to advise all of our control operators once again to advise your programming people that they have abruptly changed the time of the second game on us here at Charleston. It will be played at 9:30, not at 9 o'clock. Our airtime changes from 8:50 to 9:20. Please make sure that gets to the proper programming people. The Wheeling Park Stonewall game will be on the air tonight at 9:20. The game has been moved to 9:30. Kevin Corsini at the line to the right. 2 shots for WI. Corsini up and in. Good. 76-67 with 2:54 to play in the ball game. Corsini at the line to the right. 6 foot senior. Good. He's made 3 in a row now. 76-68. Full court pressure, WI. The ball into Kevin Bates. Back to Mike Stone. Stone brings it near side, gets a high bounce, keeps it. Back out to Bates in the middle. Bouncer near side to Stone. Stone guarded by Corsini, moves the ball to Turner in the weave, back outside again to Stone. Corsini overplays, can't get the ball. Bates, right corner, takes it to Jemerson. Jemerson double team, foul called on Snyder. Number 1 on Jeff Snyder. Snyder had 14 points in the first half, 13 in the third period, has had 6 in the fourth quarter. 33 points. And as Snyder goes, so goes W.I. Now Jemerson at the line, if he misses, W.I. could trim the lead down to 6. Let's see what Rod Jemerson does. He doesn't miss, he hits it. Jemerson is 2 for 2 now at the line, had a 3-point playback early in the game, and has another shot coming. 77-68. Jemerson at the line to the left, slightly open stance. Airborne good. Jemerson makes 2 big ones. 78-68 in favor of Logan. Snyder in the front court. Snyder crowded outside, moves it over on the left side to Corsini. Logan plays the 2-3 zone. Corsini to Thrush, his 18-footer no good. Rebound taken by Mike Turner. Logan down the floor to Bates. 16-foot jumper no good. Rebound tap by Blackman no good. Ball out of bounds to W.I. Hilltoppers will inbound it with 2:10 to go. The team from Clarksburg running out of time. They go to Snyder, a 20-footer, it's up, no good. Rebound, Corsini goes back to the basket. He hits. Corsini lays it up in the lane, and he was fouled on the play. Corsini going to the basket on the rebound. Rod Jemerson fouls out of the ball game. Jemerson with 6 field goals. 3 for 3 at the line and 15 points. 78-70. Kevin Corsini could make it a 7-point game. He does. 78-71. 2:01 to go. W.I. down by 7. Bates brings it into the front court. Bates crowded outside. Bouncer goes quarter court left to Stone. Minute 51. Stone to Bates. Bates wheeling and dealing on the dribble. Bouncer deep right, and they've got Scott Ellis back in there. Ellis with the ball. Outside again to Bates. Minute 40 to go. Bates to Ellis in the right corner. To the left corner, and they're in the 4 corners now. Here comes Bates. Bouncing back outside to Stone. Stone with the ball deep. Way into the right corner to Bates. Minute 25. Logan's going to run out the clock on this. Bates with the ball. Over in the right side to Mike Stone. Give the ball to Bates. Bates crowded back out to Stone. Deep left. The ball comes over to Scott Ellis. He was fouled. Foul was on Jim Randolph. His 3rd. Golly, W.I. allowed the clock to run off 50 seconds before fouling. And those are big seconds at this stage of the game. Ellis is 2 for 2 at the line. He has been on the bench for a while. He puts it up, it's good. Didn't bother him a bit. Right on the nose. 79-71. Scott Ellis for Logan. Ellis at the line to the left. Second shot makes them both good. 80-71. And a minute 9 to go. Here comes Snyder. Snyder one hands it up from 15. Hits it with a man right on him. Jeff Snyder. 80-73. Logan inbounds it in the backcourt, and a foul call on Sam Lockett. So Lockett committed the foul right after the inbounds play. 1-1. And they go to the other end of the floor to shoot. Kevin Bates. 2 out of 3 at the line, and they're on the 1+1. 80-73. Logan leading by 7. W.I. wants the basketball. And Bates at the line to the left. Puts it up. It is good. 81-73. Kevin Bates for Logan. Misses. Rebound. Just Snyder. W.I. 81-73. Snyder into the front court. Snyder fires. 16-footer. No good. He was fouled by Bates. Number 1 on Bates. Snyder will go to the line for a pair. Snyder has 35 points in the ball game. Logan leading 81-73. Snyder's shot is good. He's 10 for 10 at the foul line, 81-74. Next shot, good again. 81-75. 50 seconds. Logan with the ball. And they move it down the floor to Bates. Bates holds it up in the front court, comes back outside, and the foul call. Kevin Bates with the ball. Fouls on Park Thrush, that's his fifth. Fouls out with 3 field goals, no free throws, and 6 points. Park Thrush fouls out of the ball game. Bob Schneider going to his bench. Stan Clevenger coming back into the ball game. Clevenger, 6'4" junior, and that WI front line is scoreless in the game. WI wants time. 43 seconds to play in the ball game. We have timeout of the contest, and the score: Logan 81, Washington Irving 75.
Someone's playing a guitar on the rooftop. Beneath me there's a city light. The moon is riding high, and I'm digging the so familiar skyline. Glad that I'm a city boy tonight. The heartbeat of the street begins to slow down. And being up here with you girls out of sight. The city sounds are humming, and Coquette's wife to a guitar strumming. The Coquette's wife and everybody wants a little light. And I'm glad to be a city boy tonight. Everybody wants a little light. Oh, I'm glad to be a city boy tonight.
Back at the Civic Center, we would like to remind everyone that tonight's ball game, Wheeling Park and Stonewall Jackson, has been moved to 9:30, from 9 o'clock to 9:30, changing our broadcast time to 9:20. The announcement came just before the start of this second half. We're not certain why, but that's the way it's going to be. And now Kevin Bates will go to the line, where he has made 3 out of 5. Bates puts it up, and it is good. He had a lot of iron on it, but it stayed in there for him. 82-75, and Bates with another opportunity. 43 seconds to go, and this one's good. 83-75. WI pushes it down the floor. Corsini right side. Corsini holds on to it. Now shoots from the right, and it's no good. Rebound, Mike Turner, Logan. Outlet knocked out of bounds, and it's out of bounds to Logan. 32 seconds. Full court pressure from the Hilltoppers. Inbounds play to Stone. Stone coming up the floor, and Corsini commits the foul. Number 4 on Kevin Corsini. 29 seconds. Kevin Corsini commits the foul. And Mike Stone will go to the line. 1-1. Mike Stone up, across the rim, and in good. Now the bonus shot. 84-75. Not quite the shootout they had last year, but it has been some running ball game. Here's another one by Stone. Good. 85-75. Logan leading by 10. Time running out on the Hilltoppers, who has stayed with them. Here is Mike Schneider driving, one-handing it up to the left side. 85-77. 22 seconds to go. Inbounds play. Ellis to Stone. Stone being chased in the backcourt. 17 seconds. Stone back outside. They try to get the ball, but they can't. Stone dribbling all over. Moves it to Bates. 10 seconds. On the near side to Turner. Turner down underneath to Ellis. Ellis lays up the shot. No good. He was fouled. 4 seconds to go. So Logan, the defending state champion, has the ball game put away. But what a battle. This WI club, which fell behind by as many as 17 in the first half, has just absolutely refused to fold. 2 clubs each with 1 loss. And when that second loss of the season comes in tournament play, man, it is tough. But for the victors, it is sweet. Ellis at the line now. Misses. Got 2 shots. 85-77. 4 seconds to play. Ellis with the second shot. No good. Rebound taken by Jim Randolph. Down the floor to Snyder. Snyder going to the basket. He doesn't get there in time. Snyder went all the way to the basket, beaten by the buzzer. And the leader of the Washington Irving Hilltoppers did not quite get there in time. And so the clubs who played for the title a year ago meet in the first round this evening here at the Charleston Civic Center. It's all over. That's the end of the game. The final score, Logan 85, Washington Irving 77.
Cliffs, Logan County Coal hopes you're enjoying this trip back in time to a special moment in Logan High School basketball. You know the game has changed a lot over the past 30 years, from the look of the uniforms, the three-point shot, and the different offenses and defenses teams execute. The same can be said for the mining industry, too. Over the past 30-plus years, there's been a stronger commitment to mine safety and environmental awareness and protection in mining coal these days. And no company takes those concerns more seriously and puts them into practice more diligently than Cliffs, Logan County Coal. Safety for our miners and our environment are the priorities with Cliffs. As one of the area's most progressive companies and as one of the leading suppliers of metallurgical coal in the nation, Cliffs wants to be the blueprint for what responsible mining should be, can be, and will be in meeting the global energy demands and environmental concerns. So yes, not only has the game of basketball changed a lot over the past 30 years, but so has the focus of the mining industry. However, there's one thing that hasn't changed. Back when the game you're listening to was originally played, area coal companies were vital components of the community and committed both time and resources to youth sports leagues and other civic interests. Cliffs is proud to say they still believe in doing that kind of business the old-fashioned way. Cliffs, Logan County Coal. They're proud to call this area home. Proud to be involved in what's good for our community. So there you have it, the final score, 85-77, as Logan, for the second year, knocks off Clarksburg, Washington Irving. Willie, I don't know what you recall from that, but I can tell you, as from a fan standpoint, in 1978, I was worried. I mean, you know, they had Jeff Schneider, and he was a year older, a year wiser, and a year stronger. How confident were you going into that game that Wednesday afternoon?
Well, I thought it was a toss-up. I really did. I felt like that it could go either way. I knew we were good. I knew they were good. But, you know, we scored 85 points. That's a lot of points in a high school ball game, and we'd done that all year. And I knew we were going to score, but I didn't know how we could hold him down. Of course, the year before, he took 44 shots in that ball game, in the championship game, but I don't know exactly how many he took this time. But we wanted him to shoot outside, not to get inside. So we matched him up with our zone. So it was I was confident, but I knew they could go either way.
Mike, what about you?
Well, you know, as Coach Egger said, as long as we could keep him outside, we felt like we had a good shot. I don't know that either game that he played, I don't think he shot a very good percentage. Of course, he did get his share of shots up, and that was our offense, and that was fine. You know, he was the number one option. But, you know, fortunately for us, you know, we hit our foul shots down the end. I think one thing we had going for us is going into this year, we'd installed a new man-to-man offense. We went to the motion offense, and so anything that they would have scouted from us the year before would have changed. We primarily used that against man-to-man. So, and we executed well, and like I said, we made our foul shots down the end, and I think that was the difference.
Rod Jimerson, perfect from the free throw line in that game, and right. He might have been your best free throw shooter.
Yeah, Rod was a good shooter. Of course, Scotty was an excellent foul shooter. You know, I think probably as a team we shot well over 70%. I mean, you know, it got down near the end of the game, and if you were holding the ball, you wanted to have the ball in your hands because you wanted to be the one to go to the foul line and actually get to shoot the shot. So sometimes it was hard to get the ball from him.
Well, I remember a story that you and Scotty told me later that evening back over at the Elk River Holiday Inn, and I guess there was a point in the game where action was just up and down the floor, and it just got to Jeff Schneider. Do you remember the story? And all right, apparently it was just going up and down the floor, and at one point Schneider just ran out of gas, and he goes over in front of the WI bench. He goes, "Dad, call timeout!"
You know, that also happened to Steve McCune one time against us. We were scrimmaging him at the field house, and he got so tired that he went over to the stage and laid his head on the stage and just took a couple of possessions off. But, so
how much of that was your strategy, Willie? Wear him down.
You know what? In all the years we played, I think our strategy was to wear them out. And we practiced that drill every day. It was up and down the floor. And, you know, teams got to the point, the biggest mistake some of the coaches made, and not criticizing them, but some of the coaches that would change their offense to keep us from running our fast break. And when they did that, it really screwed them up. I know a couple coaches told me, said they made a mistake by saying, okay, we can't let them run that fast break. So you're going to keep this man back. We're not going to run him in the offense. So it created a problem for them. And I think that's what the break did against a lot of teams.
All right, so it's now Wednesday evening. You've defeated Clarksburg WI. You don't play again until Friday afternoon. What did you like, what didn't you like about that time off, almost 48 hours between games?
Well, it didn't bother us one bit. I felt like that we, and I'm not saying this to be cocky or anything about our Logan fans, but they wanted us in the ball games where they could have crowds. And so therefore it didn't bother me a bit. And Jimmy Joe Willis was our athletic director, and he, I don't know if he conspired to have some of these things done that way. We always accused him of it. But anyway, that wasn't a bad deal because we had a day to go practice, and we enjoyed the state tournament, and it helped us.
Mike, from a player's perspective, what was it like? It's now Wednesday evening. It's like 7 o'clock, and you don't play again until Friday afternoon.
You know, I think we as players look forward to that because they gave us a little bit of time to run around in Charleston. Because, as you know, back then it took a little bit longer to get to Charleston than it did today, so we didn't make many trips over there. But, you know, it gave us a chance to run around. What we weren't looking forward to was practicing on Thursday because, you know, it was more or less just like a shoot around and go through some things. And, of course, we had a terrible practice, and Coach Akers may have got a little bit mad at us and said a few things and, you know, didn't end on a high note there at practice. But we came back on Friday ready to play.
You agree with that, Willie?
Absolutely. Who was our next opponent?
Stonewall.
Stonewall, yeah. We just we weren't very good. In fact, our second team was hurting us. If I remember correctly, they were beating y'all a little bit.
Yeah, they were.
And so it wasn't a good practice, but, you know, you said, well, that's the way it goes. Some days we had problems like that. So every team does. But we were ready to go the next time.
And speaking of that Logan Stonewall semifinal game in 1978, our next retro visit will be that game exactly. This state tournament retro broadcast is made possible by Cliffs Logan County Coal, a great place to work and a great friend in our community. Today's remix has been produced and edited by Kid Conley with production assistance provided by Pat Hutchinson. Technical support supplied by Terry Buckley with help from Michael Robinette. For Willie Akers and Mike Stone, I'm Speedy Battles.